Alright, I would like you to listen. I mean, listen very attentively, and don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video.
Now, it's very important that we do this, like I said before, pertaining to the current lodgement issue and majority stuff. Now, in recent times, there has been widespread anticipation regarding the majority of the lodged checks and the subsequent disbursement of funds to awaiting stakeholders. Many individuals have been seeking clarity on how long it takes for a lodged check to fully mature and the exact timeline for expected disbursements. Then to provide a better understanding and manage expectations, it is important to explain the normal banking procedures or processes involved, the supportive role of the International Monetary Fund in ensuring transparency, and to also highlight key communications from relevant authorities heretofore stated. And I'm going to give you a comprehensive breakdown to guide you somehow through the entire process. All right, thank you very much. Just follow me as I try to depict this. Now, when a check is lodged in the bank, it does not immediately mature. Lodgement simply means that the check has been deposited for processing. However, it enters what is known as a clearing process immediately after the lodgement. It's a necessary procedure where the bank verifies and confirms the legitimacy of the check and ensures that the issuer's account has sufficient funds to cover the amount. Now, typically, the check or the check clearing and maturity period takes about 3 working days. Now, this timeline is based on standard banking operations. Listen carefully. The check maturity or the check clearing and maturity processes or periods normally take about 3 working days, and the timeline is based on these standard banking operations. Now, the first day, which is the day 1, the check is deposited. The receiving bank acknowledges the lodgement and begins initial verifications. Now, the second day, which is day 2, the check is processed through the interbank clearance system, where it is now sent to the issuing bank for confirmation of funds. Then the third day, which is day 3, upon the confirmation of funds, the funds are made available and officially credited into the beneficiary's account, now ready for withdrawal or onward disbursement. These are the processes of the 3 days, the 3 working days the processes went through. Now, it is important to also note that working days refer strictly to Monday through Friday, excluding any public holidays in between. In some cases, if the check is lodged late in the day, that is after the bank's cutoff time, processing may be deemed to have started the next working day. Do you understand? If you lodge your fund late in the day, after the cutoff time for the banking system, then the processing of such fund may have to be transferred to the next working day. You understand? Nevertheless, under normal conditions, 3 working days is the standard expectation for maturity of a lodged check into a bank account. You understand? Now, the It has also been the issue of this back and forth concerning disbursement to stakeholders, which is expected that immediately after the check matures, it's supposed to, the disbursement to stakeholders supposed to take place. Yes, it is correct to say that the funds are expected to be distributed or disbursed once the 3 working days elapse, provided there are no complications such as check rejection or system failures or regulatory holds. The checks are expected, the disbursement to stakeholders are expected to happen forthwith if there are no all of these restrictions that I just itemized right now. Now, the position of the International Monetary Fund, like we used to tell us, that the IMF is not disbursing fund, but they have a role. Now, in situations involving large-scale disbursements, especially when they relate to government programs, grants or financial aid of this magnitude, the IMF may play a supervisory or advisory role. They may play a supervisory or advisory role in such circumstances, and their duties may include oversight, which has to do with ensuring that the funds are used for their intended purposes and not diverted for unauthorized spending. Very important. Their functions may also include financial monitoring. They have to work with local banks and financial institutions to track the clearing and the disbursement of funds adequately and promptly. They also have a function of technical assistance, where they provide advice on how best to manage the inflow and the outflow of large sums of money to be able to protect the economy from inflation, corruption, or mismanagement. In this case, we understood that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has given assurance concerning the disbursement. You understand? When they were saying that it's going to cause inflation, IMF said no, such money of this amount will not cause inflation. It's supposed to be disbursed. Then they also have the function of a policy enforcement, which ensures that any funds that is disbursed are aligned with broader national financial reforms or debt management plans. Very importantly, so their involvement often helps to boost public trust and international credibility, especially where significant stakeholders or citizens are expecting funds to reach them transparent-wise. I hope we understand. Then, in the expectation of the broadcast from the country director, we knew that based on his last assertion, he's not coming out until the payment has been effected to the relevant stakeholders according to him, and he's 100% certain that everything has been appropriately done and put in order. Then that is when you will hear his voice. So the stakeholders should exercise their dignity and their patience when this money is going to be paid. They trust the processes, as transparency remains a top priority within the scheme. The banking system has been properly engaged to also avoid any form of delays. So the due process has been followed. And in all financial arrangements, these are supposed to be kept very much sacrosanctly according to the order of the banking system. So the public declaration or the public broadcast of the country director would be necessary to clear some doubts and also prevent unnecessary tension, particularly among stakeholders that are eagerly awaiting their financial benefits. I beg your pardon. It's going to really go a long way to clear the doubts of all expectant beneficiaries and stakeholders who are really in expectation for their benefits. Now, I might also have to say that it is crucial to state this, that I'm not a financial advisor. The information provided here is based on general financial practices, available public information, and also widely accepted banking procedures. So for personalized financial advice that is regarding check maturity, disbursement, or international fund management, it is always best to consult directly with your financial institution or a certified financial advisor. But these are just general or widely accepted banking procedures that are obtainable in the banking system at a time like this. So it is expected that every expectant beneficiaries are to wait for the disbursement to happen. And I believe that the disbursement we are going to have, because we have entered into that week of joy, entered into that week of fulfillment, the week of blessings. And anyone that feels like we are going to be starved, God is going to shame them. You already know my position in this grand ecosystem. I am for the masses, and the voices of the masses is what I speak. And if you are here or if you are there and you are possibly thinking otherwise, that is your personal interpretation, because definitely I stand to declare for the freedom for the masses, that the masses needs to breathe. If you are a real stand follower of this channel, except you are just here to castigate, or you're just here, you found your way here to be one of those to throw stones or at different levels, and you've been listening and following our submission at different times, you will understand that my position is that the masses need to breathe, and this fund has been long overdue, and they have supposed to have been disbursed long time ago, because people are dying, people are weak, people are tired, people are crying, bills are not being paid, and people are in real abject poverty. The country is not smiling. It's not smiling at all. So the con director, we've advocated for his coming out at different times, but he felt like possibly that was the best option for him, to be silent at a time like this. That was okay by him, that is fine, but let disbursement be effected, and that right early, because it is no more funny. People needed their funds, but if they have told us that the funds have been lodged and it will take 3 working days for maturity, we are counting days already. Friday was gone. Tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, 3 days will be completed, and then we watch out for what miracle is expected to be performed forthwith. So it is expected that after the maturity, the stakeholders are supposed to be credited according to the information we receive, and from there we'll get other things done which is necessary for the disbursement of all expectant beneficiaries. I hope this is clear, and I hope we can have a rest and go to bed peaceably, come back tomorrow with a better mind, with a sound mind, trustworthiness, strength, and peace in everything we do. We will definitely get to our desired heaven. And thank you very much. Don't expect the enemy to fold his arms in situations like this.